Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks, Ashley.
Now, according to Minerals Council South Africa, the private sector has about 9 gigawatts of various energy projects that the country could take advantage of.
It's a strange country we live in. Here you've got the private sector saying there's 9,000 megawatts available for you. It's not really going to cost the taxpayer anything. The 150 billion that just mining will give in the 7.5 gigawatt is there for the taking, but you don't get an answer. There's still that red tape, which I think it's absurd, because here we're so short of electricity, the country's economy is being undermined, and you have private sector saying, here it is, to the state, but they're not getting a clear answer. So I think that clear answer must come fast for the good of the South African people, because it's just absurd that they're not allowed to build power that would actually take us out of this crisis. It's 9 gigawatts, and we're out of it. And it can be built quite fast. In fact, 3.5 gigawatts are already underway. So just let it move faster.
Now, Africa is in a great position to export hydrogen, which could also mean a geopolitical shift.
Yes, in the past, countries that have had oil particularly and gas, they've grown very fast. They've become very rich. And some of them really haven't contributed to the common good. But be that as it may, people tolerated it. But since climate change has arisen, you cannot tolerate your planet being destroyed by people who are also not often of goodwill at all. So the great advantage now is that this geopolitical change can come about, and countries can actually become energy independent, which is very vital, even for a country like South Africa. We don't want to pay so much for imported oil. We've got this opportunity now that we've got sunshine that we can turn into clean, green energy. And we can see other countries leaping out to do it. All over Europe, they've just got projects for green hydrogen. And really welcome to us is that this could help our platinum group metals business very, very significantly, particularly when they announced that they're going to do PEM, that they will be doing the PEM technology. And again, yesterday, we saw the Indian plan coming out, which is really pro-green hydrogen, because they realize, this can give you energy sovereignty, and it's clean, and it can give us manufacturing locally. It can give us so much. So some countries perceive it very fast and move, as we saw yesterday with India's announcement. The great thing is that Africa has got the sunshine, Africa has got the wind, and they can not only satisfy their own energy needs, but there is a chance to export this sunshine to the world. And we're going to see a big event here in August, where the world electrolyzer brains will be coming to Sun City. Very appropriate. I'm sure when they wanted to look for the next venue, because it's been in Norway, UK, it's been all over the place, they thought, well, let's go for something that says sun, especially if it's in Africa. And hopefully, South Africa will become part of this new geopolitical change that is going to not only help us save the planet, but it really helps the budgets of so many countries. So we're looking forward to that big event at Sun City in August.
Lastly, it seems as though the tailings breach at the Williamson diamond mine has been contained.
Yes, it's terrible to think of tailings breaches at this time, because, we had our own tragedy in the Free State a couple of decades back, where people were sleeping and they just were covered with the slime of a slimes dam burst, killing them. And not much was done, I must say, to really compensate those people. And then you had Brazil, even worse tragedy. The position of the slimes dam was so bad that it killed people left, right and center. And one imagined that after that, you would have no more breaches. So for something to come in Tanzania like this is really worrying, that that this was allowed to happen, even though they're moving fast, and they're making sure that the the actual structure is protected until they rebuild it totally. It's still a concern that it should be allowed to happen, and you can see them having to reach out to the community now because so many people were disrupted and lost their homes. So it's going to cost these countries, they must realize, and Petra, as the manager, they have taken every step to try and bring everything back to safety, which they declare has been done. But still, not only Petra, but all the mining companies are going to have to look and see, even after you check something, is it really safe, and to get the reputation of the mining industry back, but to make sure people are not killed.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. To subscribe to Creamer Media's Engineering News and Mining Weekly, please email subscriptions at creamermedia.co.za.